That's definitely long shots down. Today we're going over the newest Blu-ray shots with Madea and How to Train Your Dragon reaching 1 million copies. This was a pretty anticipated shots because Madea movies usually do okay. There's the final Madea movie, so I think it'll probably sell better than Boo Madea Halloween. Being the final Madea movie, it sells 350,000 copies. How to Train Your Dragon sold 154,000 copies to 1 million. So How to Train Your Dragon is already at $24 million spent on How to Train Your Dragon. Beating Bumblebee already. How to Train Your Dragon is already very popular. Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Also, How to Train Your Dragon is also the second fastest, third fastest selling movie of the year, behind Bohemian Rhapsody, and also it's behind Aquaman. So it likely will pass 2 million as well. Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a straight to DVD release date. Selling okay. Lego Movie 2 is having decent wigs. It sold 89K this week and is now at 647. The Kid, also 46K, will likely drop down and be forgotten. The Upside is at 223K. Probably not gonna hit 1 million. Spider-Verse 3D. I don't know why it's still calling it 3D version. I don't. This you can see the movie in 2D. Okay. Spider-Man Spider-Verse sold 1.39 million copies. It's still having legs, and also there's that sale on Amazon. Aquaman has also went up as well to 40,000. It will likely sell 2 million by the end of the year. Bumblebee and Cold Pursuit. Cold Pursuit sold 265,000. It's surprising how well it's doing, considering it didn't do too well at the box office. It has already sold 4 million copies, which is almost as much as the TV show Outlander Season 4, which has sold 38,000 copies to 131K. Godzilla and The Goonies. The Goonies is still doing well. That's a classic movie. Godzilla, Godzilla 2014, it's still doing well because of the new Godzilla. The Toy Story release came around. Toy Story 2 is noticeably missing here. Maybe there was an error and Toy Story 2 was not put down because Toy Story 2 was someone else as well as the other two 4K re-releases. The Goonies, San Andreas. Don't know why this movie is up here, but it's still doing well. Paw Patrol, another Paw Patrol movie. Forget about that. That's just gonna drop. Fantastic Beasts is still here. Gone with the Wind is still here. Gremlins. There's really nothing new. Kong Skull Island, the Muse still do. Well, it has sold 675,000 copies. But if the Blu-ray releases, it's always older releases. Fantastic Beasts will probably sell 1.5 million. John Wick is still here. Pets has arrived on this list. But not into X-Men movies because Dark Phoenix was a bad movie. Glass, How to Train Your Dragon, Hot Free Movie Collection has declined to 115,000 copies. Which basically means if you want to get all 3 movies, if you have not seen the first 2 movies, that's basically the edition you should get. The Greatest Showman has sold 4.7 million copies. Bohemian Rhapsody has sold 2.4 million copies as well. And that's basically it. And Glass has sold 461,000 copies, and Bohemian Rhapsody is not really doing too well anymore. It's still hanging on, but it'll probably start resurging Black Friday. Considering how popular the band Queen was and it still is. I think Bohemian Rhapsody will probably be like The Greatest Showman and continue having great legs. Greatest Showman is still here, and that movie is already a year old. So Bohemian Rhapsody will probably hit around 3 to 4 million copies by the end of this year, like The Greatest Showman, and will probably continue selling well, despite it being like Greatest Showman, despite it being a movie about Queen. Oh yeah, it will do well no matter what. Its story has passed. Story is still the best-selling movie of the year. Star Wars Born is still here too. So 22,000. That'll probably sell well on Black Friday as well. Because How to Train Your Dragon will also probably sell well on Black Friday. I actually think Spider-Verse will probably reach the list as well. It'll probably sell 2 million by the end of the year. Spider-Verse was a very legging movie in theaters, and wouldn't be surprised if it sells well for the rest of the year. So that's basically it. There's not really anything new besides Madea. Next week, Captain Marvel, one of the worst MCU movies ever made, is coming out. We're going to see how poorly or how well Captain Marvel is going to do. Hopefully, it's in the more poorly section because I hate Captain Marvel.